Now there's always one flower that's a little bit scary to arrange, and I know from experience that many of you don't like the sunflower because you think it's heavy and difficult to work with. If you want some hints and tips on how to arrange sunflowers, then watch today's tutorial. So welcome back. Now I'm going to be arranging today with some sunny sunflowers. It's really going to cheer us up, and I've got two different sizes. They can be a bit temperamental to arrange because the stems are quite chunky and the flower heads can be quite heavy, but hopefully after today's video you'll understand a few tips on how to arrange them properly. Now I've already prepared some floral foam and I've placed it in a plastic dish inside my container. And I'm just going to make sure that that is really, it's securely attached on there by taking some tape over the top. If you've watched yesterday's video, which is part of the membership channel, then you will know I was having a problem with my tape. That's a new one, that's working fine. This one is going to go in the bin. So I've sat my floral foam in the container, and if you notice where the tape is, it's slightly off center. And that means that I've left more space on what is my left side of the foam than I have on the right. And that is because I want to place my sunflowers in this section here. So I need to have a larger section of the foam. If my tape was running directly down the middle, it would limit the space that I had on either side. So I've gone slightly off center. The design I'm going to be doing, I'm sort of referring to it as a bit modern because it's got a limited choice of flowers in it, but I have got this vintage container, so I'm hoping it's going to work. I'm going to be a bit more modern than my container, but isn't that lovely? This is one I think I picked up in a charity shop somewhere, and I'm really glad that I've got the opportunity to use it because it's such a bold yellow colour. I don't often have colour combinations that work well with it or are proportionally sized because it's quite a big container. Right, let's start. I've got initially two yellow carnations, they're not carnations, two yellow sunflowers. Sunflower foliage can deteriorate quite quickly, so I'm going to remove quite a lot of it. I'm just going to leave the top few on, and I am going to go quite tall with this arrangement. Now traditionally we go twice the height of the container. This time I'm probably going 3 times, and that's mainly because I think that's a bit too tall. It's mainly because the container is visually quite dominant as well. I needed something big to compensate for the size and the head of the sunflower. And my first tip is going to be to make sure that when you insert the sunflower stem into the foam, you take it down nice and deeply so that it's almost counterbalancing the height. If it's not deep enough in the foam, it's going to work its way loose and the whole design is going to collapse. And you need to start at the back of the foam, not at the front, not too far to the side, to the back, just off center, so that the design is balanced. If we come too far forward, the design isn't going to be balanced. And I'm going to do 2 sunflowers quite close together in quite a vertical position. Now, many of you that are traditional arrangers might be thinking that you can't arrange 2 flowers. Well, you can. And we're going to arrange 2 together to give us some height. There is going to be a gap here where you can see the stem, and if you're not a lover of the stem being visible, then this design isn't for you. But what I'm going to do is a more modern placement. So 2 up high, 3 down low at the bottom. To accompany my tall sunflowers, I'm going to use the broom, and this one is really straight. There's not a huge amount of movement in the individual stems, but that is going to work nicely alongside my sunflower. I'm not going to go taller. I don't want to come too short. I'm sort of going to come here in the middle. And if you've learnt parallel flower arranging, this is an example of parallel placements. I'm not radiating away from the center point. I'm keeping my flowers in straight groups. And then that piece of broom is going to bring a nice bit of texture alongside that flat head of the sunflower. I do have a few pieces of palm, and I was contemplating putting the palm behind the sunflower, but I think it detracts away from the simple lines of the sunflower. I think this is too playful, it's too loose, there's a lot of bounce in it, and I don't think it's going to suit my arrangement for today. So I'm going to keep it to just that very modern grouping at the top. At the bottom, I'm going to use the smaller of the sunflowers. Now, traditionally, we arrange with the smaller flowers at the top and the bigger flowers at the bottom. But because I've got 3 of them, they're going to be a more dominant grouping at the base. And what I really loved about this little one is it has a slight bend in the stem. And before I decided on the shape I was going to do, I looked at my flowers and I thought, oh, I know what I'm going to do with that. That can come out at the side. So that one is going to come off here to the side, almost draping down over the front of my container. Sunflowers are particularly thirsty. They like to have a lot of water. So I need to make sure that this foam and the container stays full with water. Otherwise, these will dry out really quickly. But one of the benefits of sunflowers is the stalk dries really nicely. It goes a biscuity colour, and you can dry the centre of the sunflower as well. So we can reuse them at a later date. And what I'm hoping to do is to dry off all the stems that I've been collecting over the last week and make some type of a construction with them at a later date. Then this bigger sunflower is going to be cut short, and I'm going to tuck him towards the front. So we have a cluster to one side, making the design slightly asymmetric, and a nice bit of height at the back. And with just 5 flowers, we've created quite a statement piece, but we haven't overfilled it with lots of fussy flowers. If you haven't got sunflowers, think of a single flower. So it could be those tropical flowers like birds of paradise or heliconia. It could be the anthurium. You could do this with 2 smaller lily heads and a bigger lily at the bottom, but you won't be able to do it with flowers like spray carnations, lisianthus. You need those really big statement flowers. Now the offcuts are going to be used somewhere at the bottom. That will help link the top and the bottom design together. But what I'm going to do now is to create the width and add in some greenery to help cover my foam. And what I'm going to do on this side is place some of the lovely mimosa. Look at that, the perfume is just divine, and I'm so delighted that I can get this to grow in the garden. Now I'm lucky enough to have some quite tall pieces, so I'm going to bring them up just by the side of the sunflower. I don't want to block the sunflower stem too much because that creates a nice visual line and makes the design look quite dramatic. But a nice group of the mimosa down on this left hand side, is it, as you're looking at it, is going to work really nice. And I'm grouping it together, so I'm not spreading it out all throughout the design. I'm making more visual impact by placing the flowers together. And then these smaller little pieces, which do have a bit of movement and aren't quite as rigid as the piece at the back, can come out towards the front. And again, I'm going to do that same method, grouping them together, clustering them, so they create a little group of their own at the front, and they're not fighting for attention with other flowers. Now I know there's lots of you really won't like this gap here in the centre, but I just wanted to show you that space in an arrangement is quite important, and it adds value to your floral design. You might look at it as a gap and a hole, and you might be thinking, Sharon, for goodness sake, fill it in. But I'm going to leave it open so that you can appreciate those really big dramatic flowers. Next, I'm going to use some of the euonymus, and because the design is slightly asymmetric, because I've brought the sunflowers longer on one side, I'm going to exaggerate the width by making this one longer. Then I can tuck some shorter pieces in at the front to hide the foam, and we've got a really lovely colour link between the more orangey yellow base and the top section. Small little bits tucked in close to my foam are going to create depth. Draw your eye into the middle. They're working to cover the foam and to create that all-important depth. Couple more pieces are needed just to cover the foam. Now I know there's going to be lots of you that are absolutely going to love this one because you like things to be minimalist and not overfilled. But I also know there's going to be loads of you that aren't going to like it because you think that there's a big gap and a hole. And you can let me know in the comment box if you like it, if you hate it, what would you change if you were doing it yourself. Now we could probably refer to this as an L shape because it is slightly longer on this side here, but it's a more modern version than ones you will have seen me do on the channel before. And most of my foam is covered there at the front, so now I'm going to work and cover the foam at the back, and I can do that with the different types of greenery. Now it's really important, I do say it in each video and you're probably sick of hearing me, but it is really important that you keep that foam hydrated. If the foam dries out, so will your flowers, particularly sunflowers because they're thirsty, and then your design is going to completely die. So keep it topped up, mist the arrangement on a regular basis, and always store it somewhere that's quite cool and out of direct sunlight. I'm obviously in the UK and it's quite cool here for a lot of the year. So if I spin it round, I've got all the foam covered at the back. There's that gorgeous textured mimosa alongside the flatter variegated euonymus. So we've got a beautiful contrast going on. And what I really wanted to do with some of the trails of the ivy is not just trail them down over the front of the container, which is what you're used to seeing. I'm going to use one long strand on the side of the arrangement to really open up the design. Let's cut that one off because I don't need that extra shoot. It's really going to open up the design and give me what's called negative space. Now I'm going to rest that there for a minute until I've got a wire, and I'm going to secure it with a wire. But what we now have is movement coming from one side and then being drawn up to the sunflower at the top. I could have done this with a more flexible piece of the broom. You could use steel grass, flexi grass or bear grass. There's some beautiful china grass which is variegated. And it just takes your design to that next level. And then what I'm going to do on the opposite side is use some more of the ivy, just spilling out of the container so that we create a continuous line from here right the way around to the opposite side. And I'm lucky enough to have some trails of ivy in the garden. And it's such a pleasure now that I've moved back home to work that I'm able to pop out and choose different types of greenery. It's very rare that I work with sunflowers. It's normally when I've got an order to do. I don't often get the opportunity to grow sunflowers, although in the summer I'm hoping to have some in the garden. And what I've sort of intentionally created, but it's quite subtle, is a really beautiful sweeping line of the ivy that comes round and out over the other side. Now, my question is, do I add another one in? Let's have a look. And we can sort of decide whether or not it's too much. Now, I don't have florist wires with me at the moment. They're in my stock room, but those are resting really nicely into place. And you can see it's got that lovely rhythm, that lovely movement that's drawing your eye around. And it gives that lovely negative space here, which is essentially a gap or a hole. But I'm delighted with the way that's turned out. It's really pretty. I have got a small piece of the mimosa left, so I'm thinking that I can just tuck this one more towards the middle, just to bring a little bit of that yellow texture through to the centre. And I think that is just fantastic. I really enjoyed creating that one. It's a bit different from your traditional arrangement where everything is equally balanced on one side. This uses a different set of rules called the 3/5/8 proportions rather than the 1/3, 2/3 rule. And if it's something you want me to explain more of, then let me know in the comment box. So what are my tips for arranging with sunflowers? Well, the first one is going to be to make sure your sunflowers are conditioned properly. Make sure that you've had them sitting in water for at least 24 hours before you arrange with them in foam. I would suggest cutting them straight across rather than at an angle because they go into the foam better and more securely. There are two reasons why we need to push them quite deep into the foam. One is so that they can access the water, and two is that we create actual balance and a stable design. Remove any greenery because that dies and dries and goes crispy quite quickly. Keep the stems and dry them off if you want to use them in some modern and contemporary work. Make sure that you've got a heavy container to hold the weight of the sunflowers and you're using a large enough piece of foam. Grow them in your own garden if you can't get hold of them from a florist shop or the supermarket. Remember that you can get sunflowers in different sizes and different colours. You don't have to stick to a very large, cumbersome sunflower that is difficult to work with. I hope you've enjoyed that one. The smell of this one is absolutely amazing. I look forward to seeing you every Sunday for a video at 12 o'clock. If there's anything you want to request, add it to the comment box, and don't forget to look in the description box for a list of all of the flowers that I've used. Thanks for watching and goodbye for now.